Hi everybody, this is Corey from No Strategy Guide. I play a lot of Minecraft. We don't really have the option to do it for the channel just yet, because Ed doesn't have his own computer yet. But for right now, I figured I'm playing it all the time anyway. I might as well try to do some solo videos. So let's go ahead and get started. Like I said, I've done probably 4 worlds at this point, and I'm just sort of seeing. At this point, I'm trying to culminate everything I've learned into one world that should hopefully, be enjoyable and watchable. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. Anytime there's like sort of a dead area, I'm gonna cut it out so that you guys don't have to worry about that. So that you're not watching me sieve something for 2 hours. But yeah, figure I keep this just standard 15-ish minute episodes. If you'll excuse me for a second. Syncing 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. So a couple of things I've noticed is that a lot of the times people will turn my full screen so I'm full 1080p. There we go. So yeah, one of the things that I've done a lot in my own personal worlds, and that a lot of people I've seen play this game do it, is that they start from the top and try to work their way down, which is hard because, like you'll fall out of the world and everything, which I understand. I mean, like I said, I've played about 4 of these worlds, and this is the first time I'm trying it like this. I'm trying a new theory here. It comes with it like a sort of in-game cheat, but I'm not going to use that. I'm going to demonstrate it so you guys can see it, and then we'll skip over that because that's kind of rude. So first thing I want to do is get myself a crook. Whoop. But yeah, what I'm going to be doing is starting out at the bottom. So I'm going to do this, get myself another tree going. And I have some silkworms. Get another tree going and start infecting that. One of the things that I'm going to be doing here is setting up a base down on the bottom layer there. So I'm going to start down there, and I'm just going to build my way up rather than trying to start at the top and build my way down. Building your way down works. I've done it. And I certainly don't blame anyone for doing it that way. That is sort of the default way to do the game. But at the same time, I got sick of falling off, and it seemed like it made more sense to start at the foundation and work your way up rather than trying to start with the roof and building your way down to the foundation. Oh, didn't give me any string. That's rude. All right, so I'm gonna give me fucking come back, bitch. Oh, damn it. So yeah, I'm gonna pause the timer for a moment, let these things infest, and then I'll just do the whole tree, and hopefully that'll give me enough to rope my way down there, and then I'll kill myself on purpose, which will give me a little platform down there to work with. Important thing to note about that is when I put the rope down, I am going to destroy 2 of the pieces of rope, because if there's not enough room for the grave at the bottom, as I have discovered, then the grave's going to pop up like right here at the top of the rope. So yeah, I will see you in a few minutes. And I'm back. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and hit these. I do have plenty of string. That should be more than enough. To make rope, you arrange them in that diagonal, and it creates 8. So I have tons and tons of rope now. So what I'm going to do is hit crouch so I'm not falling off, and just start bringing my way down. But yeah, whenever I hit the bottom here, it'll stop adding rope, and then I'm just going to break 2 of those, and then I'm going to throw myself off. And Geronimo, motherfucker. I do want to keep this as close to the rope as possible, so probably the best way to do it is just to ride the rope down. But I tend to get a little impatient about that because I am an ADD baby. But yeah, so I'll just die here in a second, and then I'll be able to start my actual base. Oh yeah, that's right. I did have the trunk of the tree up here. Well, that's good, because that'll give me wood to start building a base down there with. Yeah, this is like a super like casual recording thing for me, so like you might hear me yawn, or you might hear the air conditioner going on in the background or whatever. It's just because, like, you know, for the channel, Ed and I make sure it's as professional as possible, and this is pretty damn professional. I've made sure to get rid of any unnecessary noise, but at the same time, usually, like, we close the door to the studio, which makes it intensely warm in here. And I'm just not dealing with that for this series, at least not for right now. Oh, you son of a bitch. Should be mentioned, there is a weird sort of, I guess it's a glitch with the rope. So with the rope, if it is like right at like your head level, which it will be here, it doesn't register that you're not on the rope. So I am standing on this, but if I were to go forward, I'm still on the rope. So when I crouch down and try and peer over the edge like that, I died instead of staying on the block. Okay, so yeah. Down here, the glitch, well, not glitch, I mean, it's totally intentional. But the sort of cheat I was telling you about is, you noticed I created another thing of dirt. So what you could totally easily do is just create a ton of dirt to use by just throwing yourself off the edge like this. I'm not going to do that. Like I said, I'm going to keep the one that I just made just because it's already there. It's silly to me to destroy something when it's already in existence. But yeah, beyond that, I'm not going to be throwing myself off to create dirt. I'm going to do everything the old-fashioned way. Because my goal with this isn't to like show the best way to play the game or anything like that. It's just to let me see if I might end up destroying this by accident. Come on. Yes. I'll pop this over here so I can make another tree. And then I'm going to make some more string, and I can set my bed down here and set my spawn point. But yeah, my goal isn't to show like the best way to play the game or whatever. And frankly, the best way to play the game probably involves at least one cheat. Because, you know, people cheat because it makes things easier. My goal is just to, you know, have fun with it. Do my usual thing, but record it so that you guys can enjoy it too. Pop that right there. But yeah, once we get Ed's, the other thing, whoop. Okay. Okay. See if I can grab this. Nope. Oh shit. That creates a problem. That's one thing you're definitely going to want to make sure you do very much in order. Come on, give me just one block. That middle piece, that dirt, is your spawn point when you start with the world. So if I die right now, this entire world will be useless. Oh, there we go. Without this middle block right now, until I set a new spawn point, if I were to spawn here, I would just endlessly fall to my death. So yeah, don't do that. That is bad. So yeah, I've got pretty decent base going. In a second, I'm going to destroy that once I'm able to get some trees raised up and get some more string going. Oh, and there's my dirt block from up top there. Also, very useful tip for the rope. If you're climbing the rope and hit the shift button to crouch, you'll stop where you are. It'll also hold on to the rope better. So like if you're trying to rotate around the rope, that's a good way to do it. No fucking damn it. because, yeah, it'll slow you down and you won't have nearly as much of a chance of falling off, which I learned the hard way. Please, please, worm. Yes, please, worm. You grow up, bitch. There we go. And nope, no wood. Excellent. Alrighty. But yeah, so yeah, you might hear just the teensiest bit of the air conditioner going in the background. You might hear me talking to the dogs or interacting with them. That's, like I said, if this turns into a full-blown series, then I'll do, like, you know, I'll work as hard as I do with the other ones to eliminate any and all background noise as best as I can. But until then, I'm just going to keep it fairly chill just because I don't know if anyone's going to watch this. I don't know if anyone's going to care. And dropping a ton of, I guess, just comfort into it because, like we record with the door closed. We record with all the windows closed and everything. So there's no background noise, nothing to mess with the, ooh, that's pretty. Nothing to mess with the audio at all. Major problem there. So that gets very warm in here very quickly. We have the TV producing heat. We have the computer producing heat. All the windows are closed. Our bodies are producing heat. And we're wearing big over-the-ear headphones. So I want to say it's usually about maybe 20 minutes before we start getting really warm really quickly. Oh, okay. There we go. So 4 string will make some wool, and that gives me a bed. Oh, not you. There we go. Should also be mentioned, this is, you probably noticed from, you know, the description and the title and everything, this is Sky Factory. The cool part about this is that you start with a single block of dirt and a tree. All right, now my spawn is set, and you start with nothing else. Like, it's just you, a tree, and empty void. And your job, should you choose to want to survive in this world, is to create more world, I guess. You have to create a platform. You create, like, food for yourself. You have to survive using basically nothing at all. And I found that really, really interesting. There are some more hardcore ones. I also have a mod installed called Forever Stranded. I like Forever Stranded. It's got a little less functionality. Couple more things that aren't quite as nice. Like this mod allows you to have what's called vein mining. If you hold down the tilde key and go up and vein something like this wood, and mine something like this wood, it'll vein mine all of the attached pieces of wood. You want to be careful with that, because if you were to do it, say, with wood planks, you've just destroyed your entire platform. As you can see in the Achievement Hunter videos, I think it might be straight up episode 1, but it is one of the funnier things I've ever seen on their channel. But yes, so your job is to create a world and feed yourself and create technology and do all sorts of stuff. Primary among them is to make more dirt so that you can, actually, just make the one set of 6. There we go. So making some oak barrels here. What I'm going to do is just plunk those right down. And whenever these grow up, I can make some wood shears and get their leaves, which I can turn into more dirt. Once I have more dirt, I can plant more trees. I can plant like wheat and corn and whatnot. I can get myself a nice solid supply of food. Another thing that allows me to do is start working on things like making cobblestone, which I can use to make a furnace. With a furnace, I can make like charcoal and stuff like that. Essentially, it's just they figured out that if you're really dedicated to it, you can make the entire game happen with just a tree and a couple of mods. And that's exactly what Sky Factory is attempting to do. It's, like I say, it's one of my favorite games to play. I love Minecraft to begin with, and this just puts such an interesting spin on it. Especially because with the mods installed, you can go from absolutely nothing to some like really impressive tech. Like in one of my other worlds, which I have named Bunga Dunga, like I have a solar farm where I am, capturing electricity from the sun and using it to power machines that do all of my work for me, basically. I have an entire set of diamond armor that I got because I set up an entire piping system where it will automatically create cobblestone, and then it'll create sand and gravel and everything from that cobblestone. And eventually it'll just sieve all of it out until you get other raw materials out of there. So yeah, like this game gets really in depth really quickly. Speaking of which, I'm going to get started on my sieve, which I can use to turn dirt into cobblestone. Essentially, you sieve out the cobblestone and you get some little pebbles. If you shove enough pebbles together, if you shove enough petals together, you can make a block of rocks, which is what cobblestone is. All right, so we're going to just plunk that down right there and put a string mesh into it. Mind you, there's a couple of things. I'll pop this out real quick. There we go. There's a couple of things. They make this issue. They have this issue in. Anyway, you're not going to get to see it in here, but you'll get one if you do logs like this, and then these two sticks. That's the heavy oak sieve. That is different from your oak sieve. You're going to want to start with the regular oak sieve. I'll show you guys whenever I get to it what the heavy oak sieve does. But yeah, just save yourself some materials and just do it that way. Should also be mentioned that like I know I for a while stayed away from modding my Minecraft too heavily just because it tends to be a little bit difficult to get mods and everything to work together. It's certainly not impossible, especially with things like Forge. It's gotten a lot easier over the years. But there's still some compatibility issues. There's still a bit of a pain in the butt associated with it. But one of the things you can do is, like what I'm using right now, there's Feed the Beast, which is like a program that you can use that'll manage your mods for you and install them and whatnot. You just pick them out of a catalog. Similar to that, I'm using, there is the Twitch desktop app. And in the Twitch app, you can also have things like for me, the Minecraft mods are just lined up in a catalog, and I can select what categories I want. So like this would fall under, I think, survival, crafting, questing, maybe, and I'm not sure what else. But yeah, you can just select like I want a mod that is hardcore survival, which means it's really hard. It's really difficult to live in that world. And it'll pull up a list of things that fit that category for you. It's pretty lightweight. It's intensely easy to use. So yeah, it doesn't suck up a whole bunch of resources, and it's not a pain in the butt to use. So I personally recommend it, but again, there are tons of options out there for doing the exact same thing. So if you prefer a different one, or if your friend prefers a different one, feel free to go with those. But yeah, this is the one I chose, and I'm pretty pleased with it. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and start sieving this dirt here. And that's going to give me some rocks for cobblestone, and that's going to be the end of this episode, is achieving some cobblestone. So yeah, I hope you guys like this. Please like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. I'm a lot funnier with my co-host, Ed. Certainly a lot more entertaining when I have someone to bounce off of. But yeah, this is something I was doing in my own free time, and I figured, you know, like, do something with it. It'll help me improve my improv chops, and it'll give us more videos for the channel. Maybe help us transition to posting 7 days a week. Yeah, that's it. Just tell your friends, help us grow the channel. Bye, everybody.